Hey lovelies, it's Having Anna. Here again, separated the videos because I didn't want y'all to have to deal with that really long video of having them all together. So now we're going to talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it this way. So I spent, like I said, I spent the 2 weeks of Christmas break researching the weight loss surgery and what the post-op diet and the pre-op diet were going to be like and what the restrictions are of the post-op diet. And I started thinking, like, what is it about the post-op diet that you have to cut your stomach in half for? Like, is it simply because of willpower? Is it to adjust for hunger? Is it, why do you can do the diet without the surgery? Like, why do you have to have the surgery? And so I started thinking about it, and I started taking in some of the information from all the different websites. Like the company I'm looking at going through, if I do get the surgery, is called A Lighter Me, and it's out of Mexico, and it's very affordable, and they're very reputable, and I've had multiple friends who've gone, had the surgery done there, come back, and they've lost massive amounts of weight, over 100 pounds each. I forgot to mention in the last one why this is called Having Anna, because I would like to get to 199. That's my goal, 199. That's a little over half of my current weight. So I have to cut myself in half, and not this way. So hopefully I will cut myself in half this way and be a typical 6 foot tall person. I just would like to be in Wonderland at some point in time. So I started thinking about that, and I decided, what are some of the key components of the after surgery diet? Protein. Lots of protein. 80 plus grams of protein a day. Okay? Check. That's going on my list. Some people are concerned with how much fat they get. I chose not to be concerned with the fat content in the foods. If I would like butter or cheese or sour cream or whatever, I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it in copious amounts. I'm going to eat it in portioned appropriate serving sizes, but I'm not going to like cook everything in olive oil and never eat an avocado and only eat nuts for fat. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm going to eat the fats, because the fat with the protein is what keeps you full. My restriction, and it's not even a restriction because I'm going to talk about this in a minute, the thing I'm focusing on reducing is carbs in general, and specifically sugar. I have a feeling, and there's been studies that have said that sugar is addictive. And I mean, there's studies that prove that sugar is addictive. I don't have them to link, but I can if you need me to. But also that it messes with the brain chemistry, and it affects your cravings. It affects what you're wanting. It makes you eat more. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of sugar that I consume in general. Like, I'm not eating cakes and cookies and ice cream and all that. Now, that's not saying I'm not eating them at all. I'm just deciding if at the end of the day, if I have if I want them. I'm not just eating them because it's the end of the day and I did good. Only if I really, truly want them. And even then, eating small portions and making sure that I'm eating stuff that's, if I am eating sugar, I'm eating cane sugar or something that's a real sugar, not high fructose corn syrup or aspartame or sucralose or any of those artificial sweeteners. I used to be able to drink a Dr. Pepper 10, like a 2 liter of Dr. Pepper 10 or Diet Dr. Pepper in a day, easy. I mean, I can just pound back soda. I am limiting myself to 1 can of soda a day with the eventual intent that I will get off of soda completely. That's scary just to think of. I have been so addicted to soda for so long. That might be the hardest thing I ever do. But I figured out, I think, what the problem with all the other things I've ever tried is that I gave myself a limit. This is how many protein you can have, how many carbs you can have, how many sugar you can have, how many fat you can have, how many calories you can have. And I made sure, damned if I didn't try, to hit every single one of those. If there was a day and I had only eaten 1,500 calories, woohoo! My goal is 1,800 calories. I can have 300 more calories of whatever I want. That's not how you should think of food. Food is not a reward. Food is not an incentive. Food is not... You don't just eat it because you can. You eat it if you're hungry. Today I've had my protein shake, and I had a wrap that I made with the flat out light protein wraps that are really good. I got them at Walmart. I'll talk about those in another video too. With that and some grilled chicken with a piece of Monterey Jack and some tomato and some spring greens and a little sour cream, and made a nice wrap out of it. And that's all I've eaten today because I haven't been hungry. I've been drinking my water. I try to drink this is not actually Smart Water. It was Smart Water like 2 months ago, and then I clean it and reuse it. I try to drink at least 2 of these. I really should try to drink like 3, but sorry, excuse me. Talk about water, it makes you thirsty. So if I give myself a limit on how many calories, how many whatever, I'm going to try to achieve that. And then I'll get upset if I go over that. Well, so now my thought process is the only thing I'm giving myself a hard limit on is I have to eat 80 grams of protein. If I eat 80 grams of protein, by the virtue of all of that protein, will reduce the other things I eat. I'm also just trying to eat more whole foods, foods that are, you know, the perimeter foods, foods from around the edge of the grocery store. I'm eating tomatoes and zucchini and mushrooms and onions and strawberries and meats from the meat department and my wrap things that I get in the bread. I don't actually eat like potato bread or sourdough bread or anything like that anymore. It's not that I won't let myself ever have that again. It's just that right now that is not a thing that's good for me. And the one thing I have cut out that I will not eat is fried foods, because I think there's so many better ways to cook things, and I feel like I have an addictive personality, and French fries are my addiction, and chicken strips. I have a thing for chicken strips. So my plan is basically just that, to limit my sugars and my carbs. I'm not sticking to specifically like 30 or under or 50 or under, but I'm trying, and I've had days where I've gone over. I've had days where I've had 100 carbs, but then I would also have 130 protein, so I still was outranking my carbs by my protein. But I'm really trying to shoot for more like 60 to 70 and below, preferably 30 if I can get it to 30, but I'm not trying to maintain a state of ketosis. I'm not trying to, I mean, if I hit ketosis, that's great, burn it up, but I know it's not a long-term change I can make to maintain that. I need something that's not going to shut down if I decide to eat a piece of bread. Like, we went out last night to dinner, and I got a Caesar salad, and I got grilled chicken, and then I got a little thing of macaroni and cheese. And when the lady brought out the free rolls, when she came by the table, I asked her to just bring out the 2 rolls, one for me, one for my boyfriend who's there. And I ate my one little free roll that I got with the meal. Normally I would eat like a basket by myself because I love bread. Bread is my curse. Bread is my doom. Carbs, I figured out carbs are my problem. I'm addicted to carbs. And then with the mac and cheese, I ate like 4 little bites because I just wanted that flavor, but I didn't feel compelled to eat the whole thing. I didn't feel bad that I didn't eat the whole thing. I only ate one of the chicken breasts, and I took the other one home and turned it into that wrap today, which was wonderful. So it's just making better choices. And one of my friends recommended the Whole30 book to me, so I'm going to check that out soon just to see. I don't think I'm going to follow it because my whole thing is I think if I put myself on a plan with structure and limits, that's when I spiral, because then if I ever go off of it, I've broken the plan. And if I break the plan, then I'm a failure. And if I'm a failure, then I might as well not try at all. And that's where my dumb brain comes into play and messes with me. I could talk more about my relationship with food, but I think I'm going to save that for another video. I think you kind of got the gist of it already. But mainly, my thing is I'm going to try and do the weight loss surgery diet without the surgery. So I'm going to try and hit some of their key nutrition points. I was originally going to try and do it in like the 4-ounce servings. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I might try and do it in the 4-ounce servings, but right now I'm just too busy I don't know how they do it. I'm so busy, like making the time to eat 3 healthy meals a day is already time consuming. So I guess I'm doing my 3 meals, and I'm gonna try and stick some snacks in there so that I have, like, instead of going so long between meals, I'm actually eating pretty frequently. I like to be eating the 5 meals a day. Let's see, today is Wednesday. I weigh in again on Monday, so I will let you know how that's going. Some upcoming things I'd like to talk about is the relationship with food, some of the challenges I've had, why I'm cutting out the soda, what are some of my favorite things that I like to eat now, and maybe do some measurements. I'm going to stick some pictures in some of these videos here and there of just like how I looked before and how I look after, and start different things to help you guys see like what I'm doing. Maybe I'll put in some of my food pictures in here so you can kind of see. And I do keep a diary, not like a paper diary. I'm not so old school that I need like a physical diary, but I have one on my phone, an app. It's a Diet Coach. Everyone else uses MyFitnessPal, I know, but this one's kind of cool because it has a panic button. So if you're like having a freak out where like, I'm gonna eat this cheeseburger, help me, you hit the panic button, and then it gives you like options and things to think about and like redirect you. So I hope this was helpful for some of you. If you have any questions, I know you probably were thinking I was going to give you a structured plan, but that's the whole point. Structure has not helped me. Structure makes me feel like I can eat even though I don't need to, and it makes me feel like I am a failure if I don't achieve it. Doing this protein thing and reducing the carbs and the sugar, I have on average kept it between 1,600 and 1,800 calories a day. It's just like, that's the end of my day, what it averages to be. Not that I'm trying, that's just what it happens to end up being. Which is funny because that's lower than I ever got on Spark People, and I'm not hungry. Like, I was hungry when I was doing Spark People. I was hungry when I was doing Weight Watchers. I was always hungry. But now that I'm not worried about points and eating the crap that I want to, but just getting my points in, I'm